So one thing I think I've never showed you guys is like my actual like sewing room. And the reason why we're outside is because that's where it starts. It actually starts outside. Okay. So let's go ahead and take a look. To my where I live at, you are gonna walk down this path right here. Don't mind this stuff. This stuff is going out to the trash. So you'll walk down this path. It is the winter time, so a lot of my stuff has died and things of that nature. But you'll come down here and you'll get to this door. You'll open this door. One thing I used to do before I started making bags is I used to actually make dresses. And so a lot of the people that will come in for like prom dresses is they'll come here, they'll come into here. It separates me from the rest of the house. Nobody really wants to see or anything. Nobody sees the house or anything of that nature inside. My wife, one thing about this is that my wife hates when people are in and out of her living room. So people come to this door, this back door right here, and they come down these steps. And here's my sewing room. Over here, I have where I'm going to be doing new projects and things of that nature. This is when I start new projects and I don't get a chance to finish them, so I just put them over here. This is a whiteboard. Right here is where I take a lot of the photos. One thing I do know that I need is more storage. I do know that I need more storage. So a lot of my fabric is underneath here. Okay. A lot of the bags that we have made so far is right here. I have some sewing machines here. These are like my first sewing machines that I ever had. I have a mannequin in the back. This is when I do some leather work, or when I was doing leather work. A little bit of storage. Like I said, I need more storage, and it's not because I am working on something. This is one of the bags that I am working on. I am working on this bag, trying to get this concept down, get this concept together. Ring light over here is where I actually sew. My daughter did this, so I do keep this whiteboard for things that when I'm doing certain things, I will jot it down here, and also over here on this whiteboard. Hey, people, don't kill me. Don't be upset with me because I don't know how to use this yet. I don't know how to set it up. I don't know how to thread it. All this extra jazz, so it's just sitting here, and I'm kind of pissed off because I really want to get to using it. Um, one thing about me is that I'm not ashamed. One thing about me that I'm not ashamed to say is that I am a little ashamed, I should say. A little ashamed to say is that for some reason, I can't just read a ruler by look, right? Just by looking at the ruler, for some reason, I just can't read it. When they go, hey, I need something that's, I don't know, let's say 2 1/4 or 2 3/4 or 5/8 or something of that nature. I don't know where that's at on the ruler. So one thing I have a cheat sheet, and I'm okay with it, and I'm not ashamed that I have a cheat sheet. Um, over here, bags that I have finished. Well, this one actually belongs over here. These two actually belong over here because they're not finished. They're concepts that I'm working on, so they actually belong over there. But here's some bags that I have finished. Now, this is going to start looking a little bit different because of the series that we're going to go through, but we'll get there. Over here is where I do keep my leathers. I have a couch that's over here. I have a box, a boom box is when I'm down here and I want to listen to some music. It is wireless. This is a couch that my wife put down here. I wanted her to get this out of here due to the fact that if she does, I could possibly put in more shelving or, get some more stuff where I can actually store fabric a little bit better. Over here, I do have some more leather and some canvas that I have over here. Over here is my computer setup where, when it comes down to shipping things, I print everything out over here, get the labels and stuff of that nature. And as you guys know, right here is where I do most of my sewing. This little shelf over here, I do have some books that's over here that I have read. One thing I am going to say that every year I read these 3 books right. Nope. Yeah. These 3 books right here. The Richest Man in Babylon, How to Win Friends and Influence People, and Marcus Aurelius' meditations. So here is some things that we're going to actually be working on, and we're gonna talk about those a little later during the series. Have a heat press that's right here. My ironing board needs a little bit of updating, but yeah, that's my sewing room. So let me go ahead and put you guys back on. Let me go ahead and put, not back, but let me go ahead and put you guys on the tripod real quick. So that was my sewing room. It's nothing fancy or anything of that nature. I do have a lot of organizing to do, but that's going to come with time. But I do want to talk about this year, what you're going to basically see when it comes down to PQF and PQF Academy and Sewing for a Profit. You're going to see a lot of things, because I do believe that because of what's going on in the luxury industry as far as handbags go, I do believe that we have a shot to actually being the new, maybe not the new big brand, but we have a shot to get our toe in there, to dip our toe into the water, not just our foot, not even our toe. We to get a piece of, and get a piece in the chunk of that. And my goal this year is to help you understand your costs, your cost, and how to run and how to maintain and how to help your business grow as far as handbags go. You're gonna see, we're gonna go ahead and finish up one pattern mini bags this year also. I think I have a few more lessons I want to do. So this is going to basically be series 2. See, now, if you are new to the channel, series 1, it is in order. I do have it on playlists where you can actually go from 1 to 10, 11 to 15, 15 to 20, 20 to 28. You can actually, it's actually broken up to where you can actually go and see it, and it's in order. I am going to be deleting Sewing for a Profit, the very first two the very first 2 videos I made, because I want to start something different and do it in a different way. So yeah, this year is going to be it's going to be very, very different. So stay tuned. January 5th is when we're going to start all over again. So as always, thank you for tuning in to PQF Academy.